Hey, I want to make a comparison video of these two DeWalt rotary tools. This one right here is corded, this one is battery powered. The reason I purchased both of these was most of the information I found about this dust shroud here said that it is for this tool, and I wasn't quite sure if it would fit on the corded tool. So for anyone that's looking at this dust shroud, it does fit on both tools. It basically just slides right on here. So they both basically have the same configuration, both of these tools. So it just slides on like that. You can tighten it down and you can use it as a depth gauge as well, like the depth gauge it comes with. It also fits on this one. So yes, the dust shroud fits on both. The model on this one here for the battery powered is DCE 555, and this is 26,000 RPM. And this one right here is DW660, and this has 30,000 RPM. So definitely a difference in RPM. One thing I also wanted to show is a difference in how loud they are. So this battery powered one, it's pretty quiet actually. Corded, much louder. Also, you can tell in your hand that it just feels more powerful, like you really have to grip it harder. Feels a little less comfortable one-handed. I would feel like if I had the bit in something, I'd really want two hands. This also does have an additional handle attachment you can buy for it, so you can have two hands, especially both of these also have 1/4-inch collets they come with. What's currently installed is an 1/8-inch collet, and that's more for the drywall bits. If you're going to cut something other than drywall, I know this one's advertised for cutting ceramic. Not quite sure if they advertise it as cutting wood, but if you were to put 1/4-inch, you'd probably want to use 1/4-inch if you're cutting other types of materials with this. This does feel pretty powerful, like you could do that. I don't know what my use case for that would be. I'm sure it could come in handy, but I have a lot of other tools, routers, cut-off tools that I could probably use instead of this, because what I would like it for is drywall. This is more advertised that this is just called the drywall cut-off tool, while this is called the rotary tool. So that was another thing I was interested in. Like, is this a more versatile tool for me? Obviously it has a cord, which is a bit of a hassle, but it's not something I would use a lot. For tools that I don't use very often, oftentimes I will get it corded because it's much cheaper. This right here is about $120 for the battery powered one without a battery. The corded one is $60. Likely this tool, maybe both, but especially these corded tools, they seem to last a long time. Another difference is, I don't have a scale, but this is definitely heavier, the corded one, than the battery power, even with the battery on this. Also, this is wider, so the grip on this, as you can see, the grip is going to be a lot easier to hold on this one one-handed. The power button's a little different. This one here you can just on and off, versus this here is kind of a two-handed operation. You can turn it off there. What other major differences are there between these two? This one doesn't have a light. This one does have a light on it. So at first I was really leaning towards this one because I didn't think I'd use it that often. I don't do a ton of drywall work, you know, a couple times a year. But I'm actually thinking I might just hold on to this one here, even at the higher price point, because it's a little quieter. I don't have to worry about a cord. Another reason I didn't think a cord would be a big deal is if I have the dust shroud on, I've already got a vacuum running to it. Why not just have a cord running to it as well? But I guess it is one less thing to deal with this one here. And this seems like a pretty nice tool. So I think I probably will hang on to this because I don't really plan on using it for much other than drywall. But I think this is definitely worth considering. Especially it seems like a little bit more versatile tool. It's cheaper in price. So if it's something you're not going to use very often, this will definitely get the job done. And it also fits with the dust shroud. And I think that's kind of an essential attachment, especially when you're working with drywall. I just hate the dust. So this type of thing, it just makes a world of difference. So hopefully that's helpful for anyone out there that's looking at these two tools, looking at the differences and kind of the trade-offs of one or the other for purchasing. So leave some comments in the comments section. Thanks.